Sampling is another critical factor for the success of a marketing research project. While the idea of sampling is simple, the process itself is not. We first start with the recognition that the population we want to study is not 100% accessible, or even if it is, it takes too long or costs too much to have everyone participate in the research. Even at this early step, we have to contend with the question of what is our population. The answer to that question really lies with the management objective, which in turn help define our research objectives. Let's say that a manager wants to find the effect that pricing promotions have on unit sales for the company's line of cosmetics. Who is the population? The immediate answer can be all women older than 15 and younger than 75. Yet a bit more thinking may identify that young females use other brands than the companies. It could also be true that the typical female customers of a company have an average age of 35, are professionals, have an average annual income of $150,000, and live downtown in major cities. Each of these criteria will reduce the population size and also affect the sampling. Does the company really want to hear only from the typical customer, or do they really want to get data from customers who are on the fringes of the typical? For example, only customers whose income ranges between $40,000 and $80,000, with valid thinking that price promotions are more effective with lower incomes than higher ones. It's clear that not only the information but also the actions anticipated on the basis of information ultimately define the population properly. In the next step, the researcher has decided on what is the right sample for the population and how big does it have to be. Once again, first level assumptions can be erroneous. Should we ask all women randomly, choosing say from a list and then selecting the data that satisfy our target population? Is it better to identify lists that have already filtered out participants that do not satisfy any population criteria? In determining the size of the sample, do we know what the statistical properties of our population are or are not? Can we afford to accept a significant error in our conclusions, or do we need to be rather accurate because any actions based on them include significant costs? Questions like these are representative of the extra attention needed on the sampling process in order to ensure maximum return on investment from both the quality and quantity of information developed through the research, as well as from the company actions that result from it.